So I've been sitting here for like maybe 5 minutes. I don't know what Dino's deal is this morning. He's been in and then back out to where he is. I think he's just playing with the calves. He just snorted and ran that little heifer calf, turned her around to go the other way. I don't think he's being a grumpy ass. I think he's just playing. But he doesn't have his low tone moo this morning. Maybe he's mad because these calves want to go back out with these calves. He doesn't want them to. Because there's at least 9 calves out there. That's just what I can see. Oh well. Sprinkler's just about in. But I wanted to get you a shot of the colors this morning. And that's actually coming in pretty good on the camera. And that white strip, yeah, airplane went through there a little bit ago. Not very long ago either. But the one color that's just showing right now that I don't know if I can get. Oh, come on. There we go. That orb is coming up between the trees. I didn't think I'd get that. That is, color's off a little bit, but that's about what it looks like. So, there's a good start to hopefully a good day for a Friday. We'll see. Really heavy dew this morning. And, oh, of course, really, really heavy dew right over there. Excuse me. I'm going to work my way out there and make sure the other group is not up in the hayfield, because I got to kick them out of there because I don't want them in with the traveler, just because. The little traveler's one thing. We're not putting as much water down, so they're not going to make as big a mess. But the big one with more water going down, they just make a mess. And I don't need them rubbing on it, changing speed, yada yada, all kinds of stuff. When you're thirsty, and there's a source of water, he's chewing his cud now, but obviously still some more water dribbling out of his mouth. He came to get a drink. They've all decided right now they're all headed in because a couple of them started in. Which is fine. They got to be out of that field anyway. And the traveler still isn't in yet. It's got another, 45 minutes or an hour, I guess. Got a friend right here itching herself. One of the yearling heifers. She's just having fun on that little tree. She already did the other side of her neck. Now she's getting that side. Well, I just thought I'd show you. Of course, I didn't get to see him actually doing it, but I saw the water running out of his mouth and getting a drink from there. Gotta get the bales out first. Gotta release hydraulic tension, which on this thing is not in any of its pain. Set this up years ago this way. It's only got one breather on this side. DOT airline connecting to the other one. Because the 2 little breathers that they used to have, they were a joke. Let too much shit in. So that's just a oil filter. Almighty. Snap off. Crack out line loose there. I already undid the coupler. This is just sitting here. That's all we did. Put a coupler in it. Then adapter to go to the hose I'm using. Put that in there. I'll put air pressure to that after I break this loose, and it'll close those cylinders up. Got a diverter valve mounted on here. So this line came down here where the valve was. And then the valve, we just had a plug in the dead side to keep it clean, and all we did was shift the valve and pop it instead of having to crack the line, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So that's just crack, that's just the pressure that's on it. And just slowly add a little air to it. and try not to do too much, because then it goes where you didn't want it. Yes, I'm going to make a mess. All the crap in the way over here, so I park it the other way, so this is the downhill side, so it doesn't do this. It clears the frame instead, but it is what it is. And I started to say I lied. We extend them. And you can probably just about see it moving. I'll put my finger on it. My finger's getting higher. I don't like to do it too fast because then you make a bigger mess. And yeah, that roller's starting to come away. Chaff's about to fall out of there and probably blow right in my shirt. That's normal. Anyway, I guess the good thing is it was relaxed for the most part when we finished baling. We don't lose near as much oil that way. And it's not like you're going to try to reclaim it, because, you know, yeah, it just ain't worth it. He's hooking the chain on the end of a flattened out pipe, and the other end there's a bar into the pipe so we can get a hold of it. See if I can show you from here. Yeah, right in the middle of the screen, the pipe sticking out into the bars out from it. And then hopefully I can pull that out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. That being a pretty much full bale, it should work. And there's the one that was on the back. I just weaseled it off with the skid steer. And then there's probably, well, this may be the whole thing. I don't know. Because I always kick the traps on the front, trap door on the front to get the stuffer as clean as we can. And then go ahead and tie it. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens here in a minute. Okay. That pipe catches all 5 twine since we missed one. Chain hooked in the end so it can't slip off. I'm hooked in the middle so it should pull straight. This is one of those 40-60 jobs. 40% of the time that bale will break loose and come out. 60% of the time we'll break all the twine and gotta dig the sumbitch out. And I can't get my mount in the right spot to show you, so I'm just gonna try it. See what happens. The advantage is there was enough hay in the pre-charge chamber that's all moved. So it hasn't been sitting there for the last 3-4 weeks, whatever it's been, so it's not stuck in place. The bitch is, it's still 1,300 pounds and I'm pulling on twine with 500-pound knot strength and whatever friction you got. You know, I mean, you're looking at 3 twine can hold the bale. The 2 twine, can they overcome the friction? And I had to get rid of their 2 bales already. Of course, they were going after them. They don't need them down here. If I can get this one out in one piece, they don't need it either. The other group does, so wish me luck. Nice thing about using the skid steer, it's a little easier. Simply because I can control how much pull I'm putting on it a lot better than with a tractor. And there's our last bale. You look inside, there ain't nothing in there. That's how I like to do it. So, get this stuff off of here and I take this one up for the other cows. Back down here right when she was getting ready to start blowing and talked to her for a minute. This thing was part way into the ditch. I got to talking to her, not paying attention. So I got it stretched back out, stood here, checked where it was hitting, and it was hitting about 3 feet short of hitting the tire on the baler. Well, I went back over to turn it on so it'd go in, and packing on the pump was leaking pretty good, so I tightened that up. I get back over here and she's standing at the other corner of the chute blowing. She got soaked. Funny what a little steady stream coming out of the
packing versus just a little drip like it's supposed to, and put that much extra pressure on. So now I'm just stopping it early so it doesn't hit her. It should clear her in a little bit. She's almost done anyway. She says she's going to be done for the day when she's done with that, and I don't blame her. It's a hell of a job cleaning these things up at the end of the year. She's got, it's afternoon now, she's got 3 or 4 hours inside it and on top of it. Next thing is copious amounts of water to flush everything out good. Otherwise, whatever you didn't get will sit there and draw moisture over the winter and make a bigger mess. I'm not resetting this, I'm just letting it get over there and tripping it. Trip it so it don't get her. It might clear everything by now. I'm probably good. But anyway, yeah, the copious amounts of water, that takes time. Every single one of those stiffener tubes on the chamber walls and flush out. I've got a long wand for the water hose. Stick in there and just turn it on and keep wiggling it until everything comes clear. And there's lots of little spots like that on there. Frickin' dirty job, but you know what? It's one reason that's a 1996 baler and it's still around doing the job, is because we have cleaned it up. Otherwise, by now, hell, it'd be all rusted out. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go for now. I'll probably way too long a video already. I don't know. Might have to make 2 out of it. Who knows? We'll see.